My fiancé asked me one question on a road trip, and my answer destroyed our relationship. During a long drive up the California coast, my fiancé Jake asked me a question. What is your absolute favorite thing about me? I smiled, adjusting my sunglasses, thinking it was just a cute road trip game. I didn't even pause to think. I just rattled off the first things that came to mind. I told him I loved that he always takes the wheel, so I can sleep in the passenger seat. I said I loved how he remembers exactly how much oat milk goes in my coffee every single morning. And I joked that he's my designated fearless spider hunter. I laughed, waiting for him to playfully tease me or chime in with his own list, but instead, crickets. He just kept his eyes glued to the highway, nodded slowly, and turned the music up a notch. For the next 2 days, the silence in our apartment was absolutely deafening. Usually, Jake is like a golden retriever in human form. He's always bouncing around, quoting ridiculous comedy movies, or rambling for 20 minutes about his fantasy football draft. But suddenly, he was just a ghost in our home. Then, yesterday morning happened. He grabbed his keys, walked right out the front door, and left without giving me his usual bone-crushing bear hug. In 3 years of living together, we have never skipped a morning hug. When he finally got home from work, I couldn't take it anymore. I cornered him in the kitchen and asked him, point blank, what was going on. He wouldn't even look at me. He just stared at the granite countertop, tracing the pattern with his finger, and let out this heavy, heartbreaking sigh. You like what I do for you, he whispered. You don't really talk about me. My heart instantly dropped into my stomach. I opened my mouth to argue, to tell him he was being crazy, but he stopped me. He told me that lately he feels like a highly rated Airbnb host instead of a partner. At his corporate job, he's just the guy who fixes the broken spreadsheets. To his family, he's the reliable son who helps them move heavy furniture. And to me, he felt like a live-in assistant, a guy who pours coffee, squishes bugs, and drives the car. He